corporate America. I was working many hours. I was navigating the challenges of the corporate politics and also the many hours of working in taxation. So as you can imagine, it's not fun when it's tax season. And in corporate America, it's every quarter or so. It's not just once a year like an individual's tax season, April 15th. We're always busy because when we do financial reporting, it's every quarter, SEC, every quarter. So every quarter, you're always busy. But the biggest one is when it's year end. So it's January, like now, February and March, you produce the big annual report for Wall Street. So it was hard to go on vacation with my family. I was getting burnt out, and I was, you know what? I'm so tired. And Rich Dad Poor Dad, he calls it the rat race, and I'm so tired of this rat race. I feel like I'm in a matrix. I was in New York City. I was the leader of the group, the tax director, and I led a very large team. And I wasn't happy. And I realized that, you know what? There has to be a better way than this. I can't be killing myself, killing my health and suffering just to live this career, which I didn't really want. So then I decided to just reset and quit. I just spent 1 month, just meditating, relaxing, figuring out. The first question I had was, why am I here? What is life? What is my purpose? So what is my why? So I had many questions for myself because I was lost. I was in a matrix. When you're in a matrix, you work nonstop 60, 70 hours. You produce tax returns, you produce financial statements, you mentor your staff, and you have to hire and fire. So it's a very cutthroat environment in Wall Street investment banking. So you have no time to really figure out your own situation because then you're busy with kids who's very young, right? Your family situation. So you have no time and you're inundated in this sort of matrix cycle, but I can't get out. So that's like, you know what? I'm just gonna jump out. I'm gonna quit everything, figure out the money, and just figure out what I wanted. So through meditation and through just being alone, like a wise sage monk, like the ascended masters, I found out, kind of discovered my why. And the why was I want to help and give back to people. That's number one. That makes me happy. Number two, I love real estate because I had some residential real estate. I like real estate. It could give me income, and it could be a way for me to kind of build upon this real estate business. And I decided to hire a mentor at the time, and I joined a mentor group to learn about real estate syndications. And that's how I started, and now I've done 16 deals now, and I sold 4 soul cycles, so did pretty well. And this year I'm hopefully sell at least 2 more of my storages this year, so that could be 6 full cycles. And if I could sell it at the price I want, it'd be pretty decent profit for a short time frame. So that's what we're looking at right now. We're also acquiring more multifamily. We bought 2 recently. The one that you were helping us was in Brentlinger in Louisville, Kentucky. That was a 113 Class A unit, 24 million acquisition. And I closed a smaller one in Dallas because it was a great deal. The owner didn't know the market price, so we got a great 32 unit here in my hometown. And I'm happy to say that we just sent a distribution this week to my investors. And as we promised, usually they wait till 6 months, but I paid it in 3 months because we were way under cost because our property tax came in much lower because we have good property tax from the fourth taxes. Our revenue went up because we fixed the 2 storage units quickly and we rented them out. And we did water conservation and cost segregation. So we're getting the tax benefits in the K1 to my investor this March of 2025. We're going to upload that. So because of all the hard work we've done with a property manager, we're happy to send out distribution, and we're going to increase in the next few months, the next quarter, because we're going to continue to rent out the lower rentals and increase the current existing tenants. So the first 5 tenants that we came in right away, we increased by $200 and they all stayed. So that's one example of how you value add multifamily. This was a Class B multifamily in Dallas. So so we've done that. We've been on a roll, and I'm also, one of my clients was to give back. So I'm helping students in my mastermind program I created. It's a high quality mastermind called the Graystone X mastermind. It's designed to utilize latest technology, AI, to help you create content, help you streamline your processes, your CRM, help you begin to analyze deals, create marketing plans, become your kind of CFO, general purposes, and also help you raise capital and scale your business in the real estate. And then in this mastermind, what's unique is that you have a deal, we have a deal, we can consider actually partner up together and do deals together, just like how me and Scott was doing, to grow together as a high quality yield mastermind. And that's what we do in my mastermind. So it's called a Graystone X mastermind.
Doing deals together. What would you say is some advice that you would give to some of your students and people in your mastermind that could help them, accelerate their growth?
I would say you need a mentor. That's how I got a mentor who is experienced and who can guide you, and you need to resonate with them, you need to like them. So it's like a partnership. And once you come in, you, for example, you come to the Graystone X mastermind, we're in it for like long term, and I want you to succeed and grow in my mastermind. I want you to grow, have deals, you have to help be part of it, co-GP. You can do fund of funds you like. You can, if you have the experience and power to do that, and you can also do your own deals. And if we like to do, we can support you through co-GP partnership, where we can help you, maybe raise your equity and do some things together, asset manage or something, that we can work something out. But that's another opportunity that works both ways, not just on my deals.
Excellent. So you're saying that networking has really helped you, and also having a mentor. I know it has really helped me, networking with people like yourself. With good times, there are also bad times, and you see a lot of people struggling these days. What's some other advice you could give to other less experienced operators that could be struggling right now, that may need a little bit of a boost right now?
Yeah, I say, I know it's very hard, been challenging for the past 2-3 years when the interest rate went up. Multifamily suffered and went through a downturn. But I believe that we're at the bottom point. So it was good in 19 and 2021 was low rates, and it tapered down and went down. So it's a natural cycle. But I believe that now we're at the kind of like the close to the bottom of the multifamily cycle. So I think it's actually a good time to acquire deals if you can find them. I know it's not easy, but if you can find deals where the owner is distressed, need gap funding, need some kind of help. And the only way you're gonna get those through relationships, either through directly knowing the partners or knowing the brokers. And the best way is knowing the partners, because once you know the partners, they like you. They could put you as part of the GP team, and you can help them in certain ways. If you could do gap funding, you can do maybe raise capital and help them, or whatever you can do, and they're likely to give you some equity, so long as it is agreeable to you. The other ways, you have to talk to brokers and have coffee, have lunch or something, and build those rapport, and then they will say, oh, you know what, this guy is very distressed, he wants to sell. Then if you can underwrite it and get a good price, right, then that's great. Now, if you're less experienced, have a mentor, someone like myself, to help you review the deal and see if it's viable, to minimize your mistakes. And then if it's good, we could put a stamp on it, you can go forward and you can go do it. That's something that I recommend.
So you're saying that, to keep networking and keep, expanding your network, and the solutions will come. I'd like to circle back to your mastermind. Is there any specific areas and specific targets you have for your mastermind, and areas that you're working in?
So for me, I live in Dallas, so mine's ideally I like to work in a 3-4 hour drive. So anywhere from the 35 quarter from Dallas to Waco, maybe in Temple area, if it's a good deal. Now sometimes there's North Houston, some pockets of Houston I may consider. My partners, I have partners in Houston. Maybe I could be co-GP in that area. That's okay, as long as I live there. But for my deals, I like to be in Dallas. My asset manager will go down there. So those are the targets we're looking at. We're looking at Class B ideally, not Class C. I like Class A and Class B. And how you do Class A is look at amenities, look at increasing loss to lease, and some other avenues you can increase the rents and lease it up. So let's say it's only 80% lease, where your jobs are leased up to like 98, 90, 100%. So that's how you get the income. Plus you can add like Amazon lockers or valet. Where they have deficient, you can think of ways to improve the property, get more revenues. That's how you get more income.
That's interesting that you stick to about 3 hours around, so you can manage it a lot easier with your asset manager and with your team. That's great advice for a lot of people, for other people, especially people that are trying to invest out of state. I think it makes it a little more manageable if you're closer. And I know you also do some webinars on using AI and stuff like that. And a lot of people say they are using AI, but it's more of a automation. I know you have a slew of tools and stuff that you use for AI. Speak a little bit about that. I'd like to know more about that.
Yeah, so mine is, I teach you I have a YouTube channel, plus I have an AI tool checklist, and I give introductions to the tools that I've been using, kind of a very quick sample of a certain example, so you can understand what's it about. So I use ChatGPT for a lot of my content creation, a lot of brainstorming, a lot of marketing. I use Perplexity for re-scraping the articles, like Dan Hanford's articles, to read a summary, and then I have 3 Jarvis AI clones that can mimic kind of myself. So Jonathan 1, 2, and 3. But what it does is it thinks like me, it analyzes like me, and then it builds into the platform like LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. And it creates AI art for me too as well. And it does it automatically. Really, I can do it in 15 minutes, the whole week's worth of content in 15 minutes.
What is one software tool that you use all the time that you couldn't do without out that that you use for your business?
I love ChatGPT. I love Perplexity as well, and I love using Buffer, which is on my webinar, and also Make.com, which is like an automation tool. And I also utilize Reclaim AI, which is a Calendly sort of AI. It moves. Let's say today all of a sudden you're busy, it moves it around for you. It's like your assistant. And then there's something called Opus Clip, which is a short form version. So let's say you do like TikTok and YouTube Shorts. You do like a long form, an hour webinar. You can cut it to many slices, and you can pick one to pick as your short form. So a TikTok video or YouTube Shorts.
Okay, so you can expedite cutting up your long form video content into shorts. With there being so many different tools, that's a great advice for others that, because I think there's thousands of AI tools now, and some of them are better than others.
I test with my VA. We try Opus, we like it. I also use Descript, which is kind of a comprehensive video editor AI. And I have on my website, I have a resources page. It has an AI tool checklist. You're welcome to download for free, and these are all free. So you can try it. If you like it, you can always upgrade. So.
Oh, that's very good advice, because like I said, there's so many different tools out there, and a lot of people preach AI and stuff, but a lot of the stuff what they do is not really AI. It's probably more applying some automations and stuff like that that really aren't as AI intensive as what you're doing. And if someone was, I heard you mention hiring a VA. If someone was looking to hire a VA, would you have any advice for them?
Yeah, I would say you should definitely hire a VA. Any $10 task that's low value, you need to outsource, because you are the captain of your own boat. So you're a yacht captain. You're a CEO. You're like Elon Musk. You can't do like $10 task. You gotta send to your VA. What I do is I use in my mastermind, I train you step by step my blueprint, the GAP framework, the blueprints I use for Make.com. How do you do a VA? How do you create an SOP or a policy and procedure? I show you step by step how to create the prompts to do that and how to put it for your VA. So if she forgets, you put it on Google Drive, and what it does, it has a step 1, step 2, step 3, 4, and it has a video on embedded into it as well. So it creates that from the AI tool that I use, and then that's very helpful because she might forget like down the road what to do, and then you tell, hey, just remember, check out the SOP in this one, and she should just refresh her memory.
That's really good. Do you ever use the tool Loom to do SOP videos for our VAs and stuff like that to document your processes?
I do use Loom, but there's a way in ChatGPT I built a custom prompt that you can break it out in words and very easily, and you can utilize those steps and attach Loom to create that as an SOP. There's a certain way of doing it so that it's easier for her to read, and then she forgets, she watched the Loom video again.
And so you have a story bank or a place where they can go and look back up all the processes and stuff like that, because SOPs are very important. What would you say is different from a few years ago as to today's environment, and how would you prepare for moving forward throughout the next couple of years in multifamily?
I would say it's been difficult to find deals for the past 2 years. I only done 2 deals in the past 2 years in multifamily. Right? I sold everything in 2022 with a sold writing on the wall that it was going down. So for my lead deals, I sold everything. So I had a clean slate, and I did well. So I just got back last November. I think September we closed the first one in Dallas, McNeil Star, and then we closed the one in December for Brentlinger. So I only had 2 deals in the past 2 years, and I've been very focused heavily on operational asset management because we self-manage our storages, and there's no third-party manager. Normally, third-party are a big issue in multifamily, as you know. If you don't watch them carefully, the ship goes downhill really fast. So it's similar to storage. We initially had a bad property manager. After 2-3 months, I evaluated them, I fired them, and then I took over, and we self-manage all my facilities, and we know we know the ins and outs. We know who the tenants are. We know the first name. We know when they come in and out, and we know everything about the facility in and out, basically. And that's important.
Okay, so I would say your answer would be to double down on operations over the next couple of years and just keep looking for deals. I know they're tough right now, but one more thing is if people wanted to find out more about your mastermind or your webinars, or just to get in touch with you, how would they get a hold of you?
The easiest way is go to my website. It's GraystoneCapGroup.com, which has my website, mastermind, and social media YouTube channels in there. So it's Gray, GreyStoneCapGroup.com.
Perfect. Well, I really appreciated your time and you sharing all your wealth of knowledge with everyone. Thank you so much for taking your time. We'll see you guys next time.